Continuing with our discussion of the core concepts in public and environmental health, we look at risks and benefits. So, what are the risks of an exposure versus the benefits of the exposure? And for our example, we'll first ask what are the benefits when growers use pesticides on their crops. I've asked this of other classes, and here are some of the answers that they've come up with. Well, the benefit will be, of course, no bugs. We'll have better looking fruit that is more visually appealing and bigger crops so that the farmers can make more profit. Now that we've looked at the benefits, let's look at the risks. What are the risks when growers use pesticides on their crops? Well, people ingest the pesticides with the fruit and they can get sick. Pesticides get into the dirt and into the groundwater, further polluting areas, and animals ingest pesticides and can get sick. So in terms of the benefit and risk of using pesticides, as a society we have to decide, is it worth the risk? As with social justice, environmental justice addresses that everyone has a right to live in an environment that doesn't make them sick, regardless of their race, culture, or income. This is an important concept and portion of social justice and very applicable in our country. An important governmental agency that protects the environment is the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. They have a section related and dedicated to environmental justice. Here they have tools so that we can investigate and look at the different environmental pollutants within communities. Let's go ahead and put in the zip code of Orange Coast College, which is 92626. Here we see Costa Mesa and Santa Ana. And now let's add to the map some screens. Let's look at something like the NATA cancer risk. Add to the map. You see over here there is a key. So the more red, the worse the environment is in that area. So here you can see yellow 80 to 90%. So there are some hot spots. There's a particular hot spot here where the 55 meets the 5. And if you think about what's all along, this is the 55 freeway. This is an industrial area. So there's a lot of chemicals being used there. Let's look at lead paint indicators. This would indicate where there's lead paint, probably in most of the houses. And again, the red areas are the hot spots. You can see that there are certain spots in Santa Ana where there's a high incidence. Let's move over to some more socioeconomically well-off areas. Notice in Irvine, there's none. Lake Forest, all these areas. Now in Laguna Beach, there are some older houses, and that's probably what that's indicating. But overall, you can see that where there is more of a greater lead paint indicator, it's generally in areas of low socioeconomic individuals. And this is a concern of those that are proponents for environmental justice. Is it fair that people that don't have money live in an area where there's more pollutants?